Okay, here's 4 examples of something that happened overnight. So on the pound, we got this segment here being this segment here, and this down move here being magnified and microscopically examined through here on the 1 minute. And on the euro, this segment here, or actually that's the Canadian, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the 1 minute map being this blown up part, being this blown up part here, and the 3 was the lowest point on the working chart, whereas the 5 was the lowest point. So there is a, like if you look at my finger going like this, there is some non-synchronized movement where 3 and 5, these are not Elliott wave counts, but the 3 and 5 being higher, lower, there's a turnaround discrepancy, for the lack of a better word. And this is the yen, and here's the way this lined up. The 2 here actually shape matches this 2 here, and you do notice that the 2 is much stronger on the working end, but in terms of shape matching, that's the 3. And the euro here is actually the first one in the panel. This segment here in this light blue blows up to this end, and then this right here in continuation. So the euro is probably the best example of the nested fractal, because the same move here comes out looking like this on the pound, and when you look at them side by side, you can see an interesting difference. So, and this is the yen on the life chart, this part and this part. And let's go to the Canadian being this part. That's how it looked. And I was trying to catch it going up, because somewhere around here I thought this was going up, but we do notice that there is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of lag and lead. Like the map leads, but the turnaround on the working end lags a little bit on the turnaround. Or actually the map actually turned around sooner, and I didn't catch this 5 down here. So based on the map, see, now it's coming back to me. Based on the 5, I was hoping to catch it this way, but as it turns out that these things are not exact. There is some decoupling, and one leads, one lags a little bit in terms of the up and down. And the yen, or the Canadian, is that one. And the yen had an interesting path too, because it turns out that this gap here is shape matched to here, and then this actually matches this, and this actually match, which then means that this is matched to this. So there is some like in a foot race, one takes the lead, one falls behind, and so somehow the road map also has that relationship. So we'll think about that later, we'll process that later. So this is the pound, this is the right hard edge, and so these are documented fractals and scenario evaluations. So the euro, let's take a look. This was the best one out of all of them, out of the 4 that we're looking at. This has the clears. So, oh, wait, look. Looks like the thing that we saw on the pound actually is here. So we'll have to compare that in a second. But this move here in the light blue on the 15 is very much like this magnified or microscopic view. But let's compare this with the pound. So this right here and this right here, well, this, so if we follow the line, this is just this part here is actually this part here. So that is different than the pound, because here and here is this right here, and I decided to take the light blue box with this and this. But on the pound, it looks like, okay, yeah, so this part, okay, so it's the same. So the euro, this part, this equivalent part on the euro is actually just this part here. Okay, so we decided to take it from here and take it from here in terms of the light blue box. And then we're gonna make a card that puts all four of them together, and we'll put it in our notebook. So the euro, this area, the pound, this downswing is that. So that's a nice look at similarities and differences. We didn't cover this other part on the euro, this equivalent of that, but we saw it in the live chart. This is the pound, but the euro looks similar as far as that segment. And then the Canadian has a change of lead. There's a switch of lead, 5 leads here on the working end to go up, so that's interesting. And then the shape matching of the 2 and the 3 on the yen is also interesting. We shape match it to know what 2 and 3 match looks like. So shape matching is an important technique here. All right.